Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from a very wet and rainy Whitefish, Montana. And of course, I get a frog right as I go on. How does that always happen? So, I trust you have had an awesome week. I've missed being here live with you, but I did have those videos in there for you, at least Monday and Tuesday for Paper Pumpkin Playdate and Kit Together. I just ran out of time with the Thunderstruck Thursday, but I will be back this Thursday with a Thunderstruck Thursday for you. So today we're going to finish up, like all I have left in this kit is scraps. So I'm pulling in some extra things to finish up and make a card for you. So let's see about getting that started, and then I'll share some other things. All right, so here is our kit from October. Should be getting my new one any day. I was kind of hoping I'd get it over the weekend so that I could start it today for you, because I knew I only had a few bits left in this one. But as the universe would have it, I am being challenged today to come up with a card using the last bits from this kit. And I just realized I forgot reds or ink. So let me just grab some inks here and we will get moving. All right, so because it is a all-inclusive kit from Stampin' Up, whether it's Paper Pumpkin or a kit collection, all you have to do is add a pair of scissors. Sometimes, some kits, you do need the hot glue gun, but the majority of the times, all you need is a pair of scissors to make what's in the kit. So this was the Paper Pumpkin. This was the Cozy Christmas, October 2025. And let's see what we've done so far and then see what we can come up with today. So this had a pecan pie in it, ink spot, and I love using the ink spots as little giveaways. And then it also comes, your very first kit also comes with a block. All right, and then you can use that for your stamps each time. If you have other kits, what you can do is you can take the blocks from the kits and you can glue them together like I did here. So I have two blocks here that I've glued together to make it a little bit thicker. You can see how the grabbing of it would be a lot easier like this. All right. And then you have your stamps. And what I do is I keep this paper, like you saw, where I keep my stamps inside it. Not that I can put it back in. And that way I can make sure I always put my stamps back on there. And our no-fail instructions. So we had 3 different cards, 3 of each design. So we had a total of 9 cards and coordinating envelopes. On the back, it shows us all the ingredients that are inside, as well as the dies that coordinate with this kit. So we have here these dies right here. And we're going to use those today because that's what you do. You incorporate the dies when you run out of stuff from the kit. So we have these here, super fun. And they go for October, November, and December Paper Pumpkin kits. And then we have our no-fail instructions. So when you see this little roll here, it's the tear and tape. When you see the little gray dots, that's the glue dots, and the hexagons are your dimensionals. And so this is our ingredients page. So on my first one, I always pull out all the ingredients for card 1, card 2, and card 3, and then start putting together and using these instructions. They're just so easy to follow. You really can't fail. So our first card was this one, the Joy to the World. Beautiful card, a little bit of sparkle there with our sequence. And then we had this one. And this is flocking. This is what they call flocking. It's kind of a fuzzy felt on there. Some people like it, some people do not. I had no problems with it. I thought it added to the cards. And then we had this one, Deck the Halls. All right. Then the next week I went ahead and I did a totally non-traditional colored Christmas card using the dies. These are all the dies, and then using a little wink of Stella to give it a bit of a shimmer. You can see that shimmer right there. And I used an embossing folder and did a technique where you put the ink on one side of the embossing folder, and then it will add it to it. And then I used an embossing folder and flipped the tree, that green tree, around and embossed it. And just changed up the backings and did and colored the star yellow on the back side. And so then I also used some Wink of Stella, you can see, to give it a little bit of a shimmer. All right, and then I did emboss this one as well. I had cut off part of this card, so we have it like this one. All right, so I'd use part of this for this card here. I'd use this part of it, so then we just turn that into a card, and I embossed that and then ran the blending brush over it to darken the embossing area. And it just really shows how this embossing folder has 3 different levels of embossing. It's just an amazing embossing folder. All right, and then we have this one. And this one, I have it apparently going a little bit at an angle. Not sure how that happened, but it's just a little bit off. So I did this technique that makes it look like folded ribbon. And so that's why I had cut some of these card bases down. And then we went ahead and used the ornament as is. So super fun there. Then along with the scrapbook page, I did this one where we embossed this and went ahead and used this, but I went ahead and used the textured or embossed star with it. And so we just kind of changed it up a little bit. It's always nice to change up what we've done. And then I had shown you this last week. Let's see if we can pull that out. So then we had this one here where it was a 2-page layout with my son and his little friend. All right, so that was using this kit, and this is all I have left. All right, I have some sequins, which I'll probably just realize I didn't add any to my scrapbook page, so whatever I have left over I'll add to my scrapbook page. And then I have this excuse me, this sentiment piece, but I'm out of the letters, and what I need to do is go see if I can find these letters, because I might be able to do it on here, but they're in my recycle bin, so I got to go dig through the recycle bin. So we won't be using this one today. We'll be using these, and then we have this, and then we have an envelope left. So because that's all that's left in the box, isn't that amazing? I love that we use that whole box. We're going to pull in the dies as well, probably, maybe, and a piece of cardstock. Oh, I just had an idea. Where'd it go? I think we're gonna do one of those word things. Hold on. Let's get some white paper. Whoops, no white there. All right. So, you know, when we have a lot of sentiments, I like doing this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to do it on this pecan pie paper because it will tie in with this. Let me grab my pecan pie ink. See, I had one idea going and now I've totally switched to another idea. See how that works? It works frequently. So let's go ahead and get these cards all out of the way. I was going to bring in some other DSP and all this kind of stuff, and now I'm like, oh, we have lots of words here and I haven't even used the joy. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut. Let's see, we had some green here. So, sorry. I don't know why I have a frog in my throat. Probably because I've been talking for a week without very many breaks. I talked all weekend at the Majestic, and then before that I talked the whole time at Backstage. So I really have been talking a lot. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to score this. This is 8.5 by 5.5. we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And we're going to make this card a horizontal card, landscape card. And then we're going to, let's see, how wide is this? I want to go ahead and use this last piece of paper. It is just about 1 1/4 inches. So 1 1/4. So we go to typically 4 minus 1 1/4 would be 2 3/4. So we're going to cut this at 2 3/4. Nope. All right, let's try that again. We're going to do 4 inches. There we go, 4 inches, and then cut it to 2 3/4. Like, wow, that's a small piece of paper, June. That's not going to work there. Let's see if I got my measurements right here. Nope, apparently not. Oh, it's 5 1/4. That's why. So it's 5 1/4 usually minus the 1. Here we go. I know what I'm doing, folks. Really, I do. Not. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm awake. By 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Here we go. Now I've got it. Now I've got it. Because this will work on the front like that. Oh, this is shorter. All right, so how short is that? Because we want it to match. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. It is. So we want it that long. We want it that long. So it's this one that we're going to change up and make the same width. And you can see how I'm just kind of lining it up because the measurement isn't absolute. There we go. But I want it to be the same width, and it's just kind of in between things. So I just find it easier to measure it that way. All right, so now we'll be able to put it on our card like this. Okay. Oh, that's still a little bit off. And that's gonna bug me. So where's my trimmer? Come on. Here we go. All right, why is that off? All right, so we're gonna have it like that. And we want, oh, no, we want this one like that. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. Yeah, just a smidge it. And then I am going to, oh, all right, it might be time for a new blade. All right, and I'm going to take a little bit more off this side. We'll get it down because that way all the edges will match. All right. Oh, and because of that edge, we'll get it. We'll get it. Here we go. Yay! Close enough. I'm done. I'm done cutting. All right, so let's go ahead and use this. And we've got, let's see, do we have one big enough? We do have one big enough. All right, so we are going to put our stamps down on this block within that frame. All right, so we're going to lay them out on here. So I'm going to do Merry Christmas down here. And then we're going to put the Joy over here with the To the World right under it, because those kind of have to go together. All right, and then we're going to do the Deck the Halls up here. So we don't have enough stamps to really fill it in, but that's okay. We're going to do this one right here. Actually, I'm going to change that around. We're going to do the joy to the world down here. Told you this is what happens when I do on the spot. I'm going to do Merry Christmas over here because I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Merry Christmas on this one because it has to. Yes, it does look like the what we say, Flintstones, and I think someone also said maybe Scooby-Doo or something, but we're going to go ahead and put that on there, the Merry Christmas, and then put it over the top. So I've got that there. Ooh. Oh, that's not going to fit very well, is it? Bring that over a little bit more. We can fit that in right there. And then we've got our little star. We'll put that over here. It's sticky. We'll put the star over here. All right. And that's too big. All right. Let's grab the big one. The big guns. Because that's the only way it's going to work. So we're going to grab this one. Like that. Peel that off. We're going to use, we've got this green. I think, ooh, you know, that's where, all right, let's do some, nope, let's use some real red. And you can see here, I'm going to use some real red like this. All right. Make sure I get it all in there. All right, and then I'm going to do the Deck the Halls. And then the Joy to the World. And then we're going to do the star. Yep, that's not working so well. Let's see what else we can do. Let's see, I've got this and I've got this. So we're going to do the star in the crushed curry because it feels weird to put the star in any other color, actually, to me. And then we're going to use the pecan pie for these guys because that will then tie into our envelope as well. And they don't feel like stars as much as a decoration to me. So I'm using my Stampin' Right markers, which are in the clearance rack. They will not be selling them much. They don't work as well on these stamps, these photopolymer stamps, so they are going away. Let's see how I did. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, that worked. Yay! You just never know when something's going to work, right? So here we go. All right. And then we're going to stamp the Merry Christmas here in the green. Here we go. I am still not completely cleaned up from the craft fair at the Majestic this weekend. So bear with me when I'm searching for things. We had a great time. We had set up 176 make and takes, and we ran out. We had a couple bases left, but we ran out of the white paper. So I think we ended up, I don't know how many we have left, but only a few. So we probably did about 100, at least 170 make and takes this weekend. It was not just children, it was children, women, men, couples, grandparents, moms and dads, all of that participating in our make and takes. It was super fun. All right. There we go. Merry Christmas. And then I think what we're going to do is also take some of these other stamps off of here. Oops. Apparently I forgot to turn my phone on silent. Whew. All right, here we go. We're going to add more of these and this, but I'm going to get the yellow ink pad. Oh, I've got boxes everywhere still that I'm trying to put things away. All right, so we're going to add a couple more stars. And then we'll add a few more of those little doodads. I don't even know what to call them. I guess they're sort of stars, but they're, I don't know. They probably have a name. And I'm just not sure what they're called. All right, so I'm going to just do 2 of them. Right here. There we go. And then another 2 of them. Up here, like that. There we go. And yep. All right, so now let's see if we put the Merry Christmas right here. So we need a few more of them. So we'll do 1 more over there. And then I think we're going to do another yellow star over here. All right, and then let's see. If we do the Merry Christmas here, we need more of those. So we're just going to fill in with these. All right. Like that. And then I want to put 1 right there. So then we're not all words. We're just kind of a few words. There we go. Like that. And I probably could have done those in different colors, but we've done it now, so we're going to leave it as is. And we're going to go ahead and take our card base. There we go. Whoops. Take our card base, and we're going to stick those together like that. I think we'll put a little bit of a gap between them. All right, here we go. And let's go ahead and put those on dimensionals to give it a little bit of a lift. And I seem to be out of dimensionals. Here we go. I've got, what have we got? Apparently I took the dimensionals out of this kit. All right, so I've got some of these. We're going to use these. These are from another paper pumpkin kit, so they're always nice to have. They're great for great for shaker cards. Wow, how am I out of, oh, here we, nope, that's a whole piece. Whoa, let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's some. So we'll put at least one of those in the middle, and then we'll put some of these over here, like this. I'll do one of those in the middle. Let's pull these up. All right. And I think I'm going to have it going down with these little tree things going down. Like that. And then pull these off. That's pretty much overkill having those big ones there, but that's okay. Maybe we'll just go ahead and butt it up. Oop. All right. Oh, that's a little crooked. All right, here we go. Let's try this. There we go, like that. And then we're going to pop this one on here, and I'm going to go ahead and use dimensionals for that as well. All right. And there we go. We'll do that one right there. And then I think we're going to use some Wink of Stella on this to kind of sparkle it all up. I'm going to start over here and just do this whole piece of paper. All right, because it's got that little pattern. Let's see. We're going to just Wink of Stella this whole thing. Give it a little sparkle. Yes, I know we still have sequins to add. We're going to go ahead and there we go. That gives that whole piece a bit of a shimmer. All right, and those, what I do know is if I add this to the stamped part, excuse me, it's going to smear the ink. So you don't want to do that until it's like super duper dry. Let's go ahead and bring in some gems. Or not gems, I guess they're sequins. Oops. Here we go, like that. And then we're going to go ahead and tuck one in over here, like that. Oh, yes, my throat is tired of talking. I have one more class today, and then I've got some time off and a break. My throat will be happy for that. So let's go ahead, get up under that glue. Hold on. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get up under that glue. I'm going to go ahead and do one over here as well. All right, so that makes it a 4. So that means we got to do one more because we got to have an odd number. And let's go ahead and just do one right there. All right, so a simple card using the last of the leftovers. The only thing I have left then is this piece, which will go in my odds and ends stash, and this one here, which I will see if I can find the outline of the words that I did, because then I can color it in with that. All right, otherwise this just might be something that goes in the recycle bin. All right, so this is all I have. Whoop, this is all I have left from this whole kit. That's pretty amazing. I don't often get that far. Doing a scrapbook page helps because it used up a lot of the product that was in there. So super fun that I got that far. And then I have this left over, which I will actually be putting onto, I just laid it over on top of that page. And then I will add in on the inside of my card, because it is dark, it would be hard to write on this. So we're going to add in 4 by 5 1/4. Sometimes I do 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. It just depends. And then we'll add that in using some glue. And then the card will be finished. And I can start getting my Christmas cards out in the mail, because needs to get ready, or not in the mail, get them ready to mail, not in the mail yet, but by December 1st then I can throw my cards in the mail and be done this year. So if you want a card for Christmas from me, make sure you send me your mailing address, because then I can pop a card in the mail for you as well. So there we go. Deck the halls. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, joy to the world. A great way to use up your stamps as well, to make sure that you get the most out of them. The only thing else I wanted to show you or remind you about was this kit. Well, it's the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar is what they call it. I just call it the 12 Days of Christmas Crafting Kit. It comes with these 2 stamp sets. So you have the words and the sentiments. No, excuse me, the words are the sentiments. You have the sentiments and the images. And starting later today, I will be doing a live where we're going to start opening the boxes, opening the doors. All right. This Advent calendar, this 12 Days of Christmas Crafting, is $99 in the online store, and it's going to be amazing. And when you purchase one of these, then I will send you at the end of December, because I got to get through all this and make everything, I'm going to send you 12 tutorials, one for each door, so that you can use the products that are in here. If you have anybody who is a crafty friend and they like getting surprises, then this is a great Christmas gift for them. So don't wait. They are still available. Oh, you know what? I'm saying that, and now I'm like, oh, is it still available? Let me just double check that for you. 12 days. And yes, it is still available. That would have been really bad if I told you that and it wasn't available. So it is still available. So make sure, if you have any crafty friends, this is the perfect gift for them. Then want to let you know that as soon as I get this, because it ended on November 10th, as soon as I get this, so probably sometime this week, we will be doing these on Monday. And we'll be making them as designed, and then I'll be coming up with the alternates. And then for the November to December is the customizable sentiment stamps, the watercolor in bloom. Looking forward to seeing that. You can see here where the dies match up. We have this little thing here. And then we have the leaves and these leaves and the flower. So you can see these are all going to be used in this. And the tags probably would be great for that. So we'll be using, and I'll be hanging on to this Joyful Christmas one, and we'll probably be mixing this in as well. Looks like there's a wreath here. So they've really given us some big clues on this kit. So I'm looking forward to it. This one, all we know is the greenery. So I'm looking forward to this, and I'll show you how to do this technique with it too. It's going to be super fun. All right, folks. So if you got any questions, please reach out and let me know. I am happy to answer them. But this, if you have any crafty friends, this is the gift for them. I can't wait to start opening it today. I do have some friends that they're not allowed to open it until December. And I thought about waiting till December, but I think I'm going to go ahead and start today because I've already told you that I would. And December is going to be pretty busy. I signed up. I have a whole bunch of classes coming. So, excuse me. Wow. Coughing, sneezing. It's just one of those days. So take care. Have a great rest of your Monday. I'll let you know what time I'll be on to open door number 1. All right. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.